In the early 2000s, the internet lived inside a heavy box of beige plastic, tucked away in a dedicated room. To go online, you had to physically sit down and commit your full attention to a flickering screen. That era was defined by friction. Every journal entry, every blurry photo, and every pixel of fan art was a relic of human labor, the result of someone spending hours or days manually crafting a piece of the digital world. But the version of the internet that placed human effort at its center has functionally ceased to exist. This erasure followed a fuse lit 70 years ago in military and university research labs, an invisible burn that finally reached its end. In the mid-20th century, computing was a physical, industrial task. To perform basic math, machines required the size of a warehouse and teams of technicians to manage miles of manual wiring. The shift began with the microprocessor. A microprocessor is a tiny electronic component that integrates the functions of a computer's central processing unit onto a single chip. It turned those warehouse-sized machines into tools that could sit on a desk. As hardware shrank, software researchers theorized the neural network. A neural network is a system of programs and data structures that mimics the way the human brain processes information. It was a powerful theory, but it lacked the raw horsepower to actually function. That horsepower arrived in 2012, when researchers paired these neural networks with NVIDIA's high-end GPUs. A GPU, or graphics processing unit, is a specialized circuit designed to handle many mathematical tasks simultaneously, a requirement for video games and modern deep learning. By the start of the 2020s, the ingredients for a machine intelligence were fully assembled. The world was just waiting for a way to talk to it. The dividing line in digital history was drawn in November 2022 with the public launch of OpenAI's ChatGPT. This graph compares app adoption rates. Most platforms took years to find an audience. ChatGPT reached 100 million users in 2 months. Engineers immediately used it to self-generate complex code, offloading difficult logical tasks to a machine. The impact moved the goalposts for the entire information age. Users stopped navigating traditional search engine results and began treating a chatbot as a conversational oracle. In one stroke, OpenAI proved to the public that a machine could flawlessly mimic human reasoning on command. That success triggered a flood of rival tools targeting every other form of human expression. New generative models began producing photorealistic art and perfect voice replications in seconds, removing the need for traditional recording or illustration. AI-generated video followed, effectively destroying our ability to visually trust the content on our social feeds. These capabilities quickly migrated into the invisible architecture of our devices, integrated directly into phone cameras, into our word processors, and customer service portals. This rapid boom completely normalized synthetic content. We've reached a point where it's no longer possible to easily verify if the person on the other side of the screen is actually human. Today, we occupy a digital landscape that is machine-first by design. This is the reality of the dead internet theory, the observation that the majority of online engagement and content is no longer human. This pie chart shows the breakdown of current web traffic. Statistics show that nearly half of all activity on the internet is now generated by automated bots rather than people. These automated agents are specifically engineered to produce engagement bait and misinformation, harvesting human attention for profit. We now live in a parasitic ecosystem where humans produce data for algorithms and algorithms generate content for humans. This transition is a paradox. While it has killed the internet we knew, these tools remain undeniably useful and addictive. However, the fleeting satisfaction of an instant result is different from the rewarding struggle of manual human craftsmanship. We have reached a tragic cultural turning point where audiences instinctively scan every piece of art for AI artifacts, inherently distrusting anything that looks too perfect. As machine intelligence becomes the invisible foundation of everything we do, our greatest challenge isn't technical. Our real test is maintaining human creativity within an increasingly synthetic world. It's about choosing to pick up the pen and do the work yourself.